Hello and welcome to another Stelbot Adventure.
On today's episode, we're going to be exploring the Platte River Campground in Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore.
Well done, Liz. Well done.
Come along and to see what they have to offer.
Enjoy. So Liz, where are we?
We are at Platte River Campground. One of the campgrounds in Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore.
Some of these spots are interesting. 413 looks like it has just like one spot and you walk down to the tent area. This one, 414, has 2 parking spots with the tent area down below. It's just weird, I don't know. Yeah. How do you get 1 or 2? Well, I guess this one, 415, it's just one wide, but you could almost fit 2 vehicles long. And then you walk down to where the other stuff is. It seems like they all have a fire ring, picnic table, and it looks like all of the parking areas are paved. And from what I can see so far, we just got here, looks like all of the tent areas are really nice and flat. A nice good square pad. Yeah,
so when we booked this online, we were going to stay for 2 nights and they didn't have 2 consecutive nights available in any of the spots.
So we're staying in site 411
tonight,
which is a handicap spot. We'll show you that in a little while.
And that was just because that was the only one available. I felt kind of questionable on whether we should take that side or not.
As we come down the side of the site, there's a nice little walkway. There is a little tiny path over here to the fire ring. But there's also the paved sidewalk that goes over there as well. And you would see over here through this section the big fire ring with grates in case you want to do some barbecue. And you have a big table. It's like a hexagon with 4 benches and 2 sides that are open for wheelchairs. And another grill over here. And then the big tent site. The big tent area. Lots and lots to do. And it's like right next to the bathhouse. Showers are right there. And there's a paved path up to there as well. Paved sidewalk. Here we come to tomorrow's site. It looks like a double wide. So plenty of room for Carmen. And then you got the pad. Everything's a lot closer tomorrow. Another interesting feature at Platte River Campground is they have a firewood dispenser, like a vending machine. A firewood vending machine. And you don't get actual wood, you get like these bricks that are, I don't know, like compressed.
Composite kind of.
Yeah. But we may have to check that out tomorrow.
But you do have the option. They have approved vendors that you can go to in town to buy real firewood if you wanted to.
Not all of the parking areas, the paved things, are actually flat. So it looks like this one, you're on a little hill. You'd have to do.
By the time you back in all the way,
you're flat. You're mostly flat, but I think you'd have to do a little bit of leveling. I think we're lucky with ours that we got a really flat spot tonight. It's a lot of tenters here because every space has that tent site. So it almost feels like this is a tenting paradise. Not too many RVs, but because there's no hookups. This looks like it must be the camp host site. It's empty as of now, but you have the nice long wide site. This one actually has water and electric, and there's like a little pathway that leads over to the picnic table and fire ring. And all the fire rings do have like the little grill cover, so if you wanted to, you could grill on your campfire. But right, it's got the sign up front, so it must be a camp host spot. It's just there's no camp host right now. More of this like Central Trail
Railroad grade.
Vintage. Oh, that's RR grade trail.
Railroad grade trail.
It's the vintage railroad. Still don't quite get it, but as we wind down the Michigan trip, what do you think, Liz?
You know what? It was definitely different. We decided to do Michigan because it was more tame, I guess you could say, than doing anything out west. We wanted to bring the dogs with us, especially since Teddy's getting older. We didn't want to leave him with Grandma for 2-3 weeks.
And honestly, we did not know what would necessarily be open or not through the COVID issues.
When we first started planning.
When we first booked, I don't think either of us had the vaccine or anything. So we weren't sure how that was going to go.
And these are 2 national landmarks that we could check off the list. We did Pictured Rocks and Sleeping Bear. So those are 2 national lake shores. Also this year, I guess it's the Lakeshore theme, because we did Assateague back in April.
We did
and Gateway, even though that's technically a national rec area.
It was a Lakeshore, yeah.
So even though we didn't stay here very long, it was more of like just the park for the night, for 2 nights. We did like the fact that it's a national park campground, so you already know that you're going to have some space and your neighbors will not be on top of you.
Oh yeah, plenty of space.
And what I did seem to joke around about each of these campsites is kind of like a mini living situation where you have your parking lot, you have your dining area where the table is, a living space where the fire pit is, and then a separate space for sleeping, where you could put set up a tent if you wanted to.
You can pitch your tent.
And these logs are very interesting. It's our first time using them.
Yes,
smoky.
We went to the vending machine, and you get like 6 little bricks and 2 fire starters.
For $5, right?
Yeah. I forget what the website is, the name of the actual thing, but we can possibly link that below.
And Teddy says hi.
Yes, but every place has, like Liz said, the fire ring, the picnic table, plenty of space. Lots. You barely see your neighbors because they're not really that close.
Yeah, and we're in Loop 4, which has no electric whatsoever. Loops 1, 2, and 3 do have electric.
Right, so this is more of the tent area. Many more tents in this section.
And pop-ups.
The RVs are in the other section mostly.
Yeah, a lot of pop-ups here too.
Yes, I definitely did see the electric in 2 and 3. Haven't ever seen 1 yet, but I trust Liz that she's right. So if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up.
Leave a comment below telling us what you thought about this campground.
Subscribe to our channel.
Click that notification button.
And we'll see you on the next adventure.